Have you noticed that man at Mani's funeral, who kept walking with his head down the whole time? No one realizes that Mani changed his life forever. First of all, the Stone Roses was the band that accompanied him through his growing years. He started listening to them as a teenager, and their 1989 self-titled debut album became the soundtrack of his youth. Back then, as a young man, he was down and defeated because of setbacks in life. But after hearing the Stone Roses songs, he found strength in the music. Mani was his favorite member, and during the peak of Manchester's Manchester wave, Mani's bass lines poured straight into his life, giving him the confidence to grow up without easily compromising. Secondly, he had always dreamed of seeing the Stone Roses live. When he was younger, he never had enough money to go to their shows. By the time he finally saved up and wanted to buy a ticket, the band had just announced their breakup, yet he never stopped following them. In private, he kept track of everything Mani did. When he learned that Mani had been suffering from long-term respiratory problems, he even wrote letters to him, hoping he could overcome the illness. Finally, at the funeral, he quietly hummed Mani's rhythms the entire time. On that day, watching the familiar album cover on the coffin, the man walked one step at a time with his head lowered, humming along in his heart to the pulse of Mani's bass. As a die-hard fan of Mani, this was the only way he could pay tribute to his idol. After the burial ended, he went home and picked up the bass he hadn't touched in years. He began imitating Mani's grooves and sharing them on social media. He hopes more young people will hear Mani's sound, just like he did back then. This is his final tribute, and the most direct farewell.